This is Joe Warren for ProRider's Web TV. With ProRider's advanced motorcycle training, we're making training normally taught to motor cops available to you, giving you the skills you need to ride like the pros who ride for a living. In this video, we're showing you one of the more important crash avoidance techniques you must learn if you want to survive the streets, the Swerve to Avoid exercise. As a motor cop, one of the more common occurrences of my right-of-way being violated is when a motorist who fails to see me decides that my lane of travel is where they want to be. This usually occurs on the interstate or on busy roadways where an emergency braking action may not be the correct response, unless I want to get run over by traffic behind me. My correct response is a quick and accurate swerve to avoid. Most riders should not expect to be able to accurately and effectively use this maneuver without first practicing the maneuvers, and in a panic mode, some riders have learned the hard way about the physics of countersteering on a motorcycle. Many people think to avoid a threat on the right, they should turn their handlebar to the left, steer away, when in fact that is exactly the opposite of what's required. The first exercise we set up will demonstrate this for you. Start by setting up the 30-mile-an-hour weave exercise. This is simply a series of cones, a minimum of 4 cones and many as 7 cones, spread 36 feet apart in a straight line. You'll need a very large area to practice these maneuvers, as these require room to accelerate to speed and to slow down once you finish that exercise. If you use 7 cones multiplied by 36 feet, that's over 215 feet just for the exercise alone. Allow for another 150 feet or more on both ends for room to accelerate and to brake, or reduce the number of cones you're using, but try to use at least 4. Always start both exercises we are demonstrating at a lower speed, around 20, and work your way up to 30 once you get used to how the exercise flows. Do not exceed 30 miles an hour using these dimensions, regardless of the style of bike you're riding, unless you want a different lesson in physics. Enter to the left or the right of the first cone and begin to weave around the cones, maintaining your speed. Consciously think push left, push right, go right. This exercise is designed to reinforce the confusing concept of countersteering on a motorcycle. At speeds above 15 or 20 miles an hour, to turn your motorcycle, you push on the left handlebar to go left, push on the right handlebar to go right. Repeat this exercise numerous times to get the knowledge and feel of countersteering to the point that it's second nature. The next logical exercise to practice is the actual swerve to avoid exercise. This exercise also requires a large space and requires you to start at speeds of 20, working your way up to 30 but not to exceed 30 miles an hour using these dimensions. Your course will have 3 and eventually 4 20-foot by 8-foot boxes, spaced 60 feet apart. Build your first 20-foot by 8-foot box, move 60 feet down, and then build 2 20-foot by 8-foot boxes about 8 feet apart. For a more challenging course, move another 60 foot down and build a 4th 20-foot by 8-foot box as your return lane. Again, leave plenty of room before and after the course for room to accelerate and brake safely. Enter the first box, maintaining your speed, swerve to either the left or the right box, and then smoothly swerve back to the return box, all the while maintaining your speed without braking or accelerating. Do this multiple times, switching from the left center box to the right center box. These exercises, because they're at speed, can get you hurt if you're not paying attention. Always bring a friend. You never want to practice these exercises alone. Continue to practice these maneuvers until they're second nature to you, and when you need it on the street, you'll be glad you developed the skill. Remember to practice all of your evasive maneuver skills and practice them often. These skills are perishable, and doing them only once in a class will not give you the muscle memory you need to flawlessly execute the required maneuver on the street. Subscribe to ProRider Motor Skills on YouTube or go to ProRiderMC.com for more videos and training tips designed by motor cops but made available to everyone.